point, Putin may offer another peace agreement, but it's going to come with even more conditions than the previous one, which, unless there is just a complete collapse of support for Ukraine, or there's some internal revolution within Kiev in which we see Zelensky, Syrski, and others, running for the Polish border, it's going to just simply be, nothing more than rhetorical. Russia today is not the Soviet Union in Afghanistan. The Red Army was heavily demoralized in occupying Afghanistan, which Afghanistan is very good at doing to any outside force. It will eventually demoralize any soldier, any army whatsoever. Afghanistan was foreign territory to the Soviet Union. Ukraine has some cultural, historical, moral, emotional value to Russia. It's a fraternal war between two countries in which those that are doing the fight on both sides, right? I mean, this is sort of a matter of pride, of honor in that regard. So Russia is not going to be bled dry as much as the West would like to believe, especially when Russian economy is now growing, expanding. It has transitioned successfully to a wartime economy. Its military combatants are still largely either private organizations, volunteer sign-ups. There is not a general mobilization that you would find in Ukraine. That's why morale in Ukraine is so low, because you see so many of these soldiers that a week ago were walking the street at the wrong place at the wrong time, were basically picked up by the military recruiters, thrown into a van and shipped off to the front. They have no stake in fighting. The morale is comparatively far lower than that is within Russia. Their territorial gains on the front is incredibly slow, which is something that we're not exactly sure, either is Russia just not that militarily capable of advancing. We like to think about blitzkrieg. We think about American forces where my country can take a country in less than a week, right? Russia has been doing this now for over 2 years. Or is Russia going slow and steady by going through another strategy, the grind? Just simply grinding Ukraine's forces down to the point where they just get so tired that they'll just give up and be willing to agree to anything. That is something that is, under lock and key within the Russian military Ministry of Defense.